starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Justin Betty. Tonight we now know 3 people were on board a small plane that crashed east of Eagle River today. Law enforcement were notified of a prop plane having trouble around 9:50 this morning. Crews were able to locate it around 11. Here's footage of a trailhead near the crash site. This is near Butternut Lake, just south of Route 70, about 10 to 12 miles east of Eagle River. Eyewitnesses tell Newswatch 12 the plane landed in a swamp, shattered. No word what led to that crash. The FAA is still investigating. A garage on Highway A south of Rhinelander burnt to the ground this morning. Firefighters received the call around 12:30 early this afternoon. The garage was not visible from public property. Here's the footage we do have of the fire from the public road. Several fire companies responded and were able to control the fire pretty quickly. Oneida County ambulance officials confirmed no one was hurt. Still no word what caused that fire. Before the COVID-19 pandemic hit, Wisconsin and many other states were also dealing with another epidemic. Forest County in particular was really struggling with the opioid epidemic, and local leaders decided it was time to make a change. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson explains.
Since 2016, the rate of opioid deaths in Forest County is twice the statewide rate.
4 years ago, we would literally have a funeral at least 3 times a week. And we're burying our young kids and generations that were misusing opioids.
Opioid misuse was part of the reason Ned Daniels Jr. ran for Forest County Potawatomi Tribal Chairman 3 years ago. After he won, Daniels wanted positive change to combat the opioid epidemic. Daniels himself is facing the effects of the opioid epidemic. He takes care of 2 of his grandchildren because there's no one else to.
And we need to stop the death that's going on. And it's hurting our families, leaving our other children without a parent, without a husband, without a wife, without nobody to care.
People thought a large community space could benefit everyone in the tribe. But first, the tribal council needed everyone's input.
We went door to door. We had public hearings. And then I gathered up all the kids that go to school. I had my education department go to the schools and get all my kids and bring them out here. And I showed them a rendition of the facility before we decided what was going in it. And we asked our children, what do you want in your facility?
Soon they were breaking ground in May of 2019 for the $60 million building project. And now that it's finally a tangible thing he can see, Daniels can't wait to show it off to everyone.
The facility is coming from a bad thing that's been happening to our people, a bad thing that's been happening to Forest County, to Wisconsin, to the whole United States, and to the world. And it's called the opioid epidemic.
Daniels knows it won't solve all his community's problems, but it's a big step forward.
We live good when we're sound, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay? And then we can live good.
Reporting for Newswatch 12 in Crandon, I'm Morgan Johnson.
Outside, Jeff, weather beautiful today.
Yeah, your air conditioner might kick in tomorrow with high temperatures near 80, but today, look outside right now. Nothing but sunshine across the Plover area. A beautiful day with temperatures near 70, which is kind of where we're at right now as well. In Rhinelander over toward Leona. Mosinee as well, a high of 70 today. But tomorrow, kicking in a southwest wind tomorrow morning. That's going to give temperatures a boost into the upper 70s tomorrow. And there is just a lot of heat going around. 81 this hour in Minneapolis, 95 in Bismarck, North Dakota this time, right? That's not normal. That's not coming our way. 90s are not, but we could do 80 tomorrow and also for Thursday. Okay, lots of clear skies here. High pressure firmly in charge, but look over here. That is our weekend. We could see some rain showers back in the forecast Saturday into Sunday morning. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, some dense fog late with low temperatures down near 45. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Last week, Wisconsin saw the biggest percentage increase of COVID-19 cases in the country. But this week, we appear to be making some progress. Today, the State Department of Health Services reports just over 3,000 new cases. But our daily average for the last week is dropping down to about 2,500 new cases per day. Daily death numbers have been holding steady. Today they are up. DHS reports 34 new deaths today from COVID-19. That's the most since early February. We're now averaging about 17 per day over the last week. Wisconsin DHS leaders say they stand with the FDA and CDC recommendations involving COVID-19 booster shots. Right now, folks over age 65 who either live in long-term care facilities or have underlying health conditions can receive a booster shot of the Pfizer vaccine 6 months after their second shot. Again, so far, this is only for people who receive the Pfizer vaccine. Moderna and Johnson & Johnson are working on getting their boosters approved soon. Meanwhile, Pfizer and BioNTech submitted data to the FDA today to get its COVID vaccine approved for use in kids aged 5 to 11. The FDA is expected to take several weeks to analyze the data collected in a phase 3 trial. According to Pfizer, in this trial, kids were given 2 doses of a smaller dose of vaccine than those given to 12 to 17-year-olds, about a third of the adult size. The company said the vaccine also caused similar side effects to those seen in adults: arm soreness, fatigue, tiredness. Pfizer officials say a formal submission to request emergency use authorization of the company's vaccine is expected in a few weeks. The number of new COVID-19 cases nationwide continues to drop over the last few weeks from a bit of a peak. But hospitals continue to be strained. That's part of the reason why top U.S. health officials are urging Americans to also get a flu shot to prevent overwhelming the system. Mandy Gaither has details.
Roll up your sleeves, not only for the COVID-19 shot, but also to protect against flu. That's the message from top U.S. health officials.
What you should do is get it as soon as you can and in the most expeditious manner.
As colder weather approaches, there's a fear that flu could further burden hospitals still strained from COVID-19 patients. Dr. Anthony Fauci says getting protected from both viruses is crucial.
If that means going in and getting the flu shot in one arm, the COVID shot in the other, that's perfectly fine.
Fauci says the convenience of getting both shots in one visit may make more people get it done.
Whatever it takes to get both of them, go ahead and do it.
The CDC recommends flu shots for everyone 6 months and older, with a few exceptions. The agency says September and October are generally good times to be vaccinated, and ideally, everyone should be vaccinated by the end of October. Top health officials say fighting flu and COVID-19 at the same time isn't something that's expected to go away.
You continue to have coronavirus spread, but not at the same rates we're seeing right now, and it settles into a pattern, more of a seasonal pattern, and basically becomes a second flu.
A recent poll finds a majority of Americans have resigned themselves to a future with the coronavirus. 79% of adults polled thought COVID-19 will continue at a low level as something the U.S. will learn to live with and manage, similar to influenza.
It's Mandy Gaither reporting. Today is National Voter Registration Day. Volunteers from the League of Women's Voters were celebrating at Nicolet College by spreading the word, trying to get more people signed up to vote. They say they were glad to be sharing information about the importance of voting with others.
It is important for our government to function at its highest level, for everyone to have access to voting and to exercise that right.
Volunteers say voting is a civic responsibility as a U.S. citizen, adding voting is about choosing who you want to represent you.
There are plenty of issues that speak to everyone, and the only way we have to affect the change we want to see is at the polling place.
You can register to vote or see if you're registered, update your voting information, do it all at myvote.wi.gov. President Biden's economic agenda facing several hurdles and challenges this week. We'll have the latest from Washington, including the possibility of a government shutdown later this week in just a few minutes. But first, Jeff's in with your full forecast next on Newswatch 12 at 5.
Get ready for NBC Tuesday. First, it's an all-new voice.
It's Ariana Grande. Look how awesome she is.
What's happening? Why is he being nice?
Then, the anticipated premiere of La Brea.
This place doesn't seem real, does it?
And A new beginning for New Amsterdam.
You know how long I've waited to be right here? This is all about refocusing on what truly matters. The joy.
An all-new NBC Tuesday tonight.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Conveniently located near downtown Rhinelander, the Pines Event Center is a modern venue for all types of events. From weddings, family reunions, and fundraising galas to baby showers and corporate events, we have a variety of spaces to meet your needs. With an 11-acre property to enjoy outdoor events and room for 230 guests indoor, multi-use suites, plus ample parking, we're equipped to put your mind at ease. The Pines Event Center is a welcoming space to gather and celebrate. Plan your next event with us.
The fall colors are amazing out there right now, and they're just going to keep getting better and better and better. Really no wind in the forecast until the weekend, and definitely no rain till the weekend either. Generally, our peak is going to be early to mid-October around here, and we're pretty much on schedule right now across the Great Lakes. The colors are just fantastic this year. Get out there if you can right now. Okay, today though, lots of sunshine, and it's going to keep coming back again tomorrow and for Thursday into Friday. And temperatures like sunshine this time of year, with highs back up in the 60s and 70s today. Right now at the airport, we're at 70 in Rhinelander, a southwest breeze around 6, a dew point there of 48, and the pressure is falling at 30.00. Over in Wausau, 73 for you. Here we are in late September with a southeast breeze around 5, a dew point there of 48. All right, so a very comfortable day pretty much across the entire region, but notice how it's warmer over here than over here. That's the air coming our way. In fact, look at these temperatures across the Midwest right now. We're talking 95 in Bismarck, North Dakota this hour, 92 Pierre, Rapid City 92. So you get the idea. Now, no 90s for you or for us anytime soon, but we could easily do 80 in a few areas tomorrow and also for Thursday. In fact, here's that trend. I'm going with 77 tomorrow, but again, we could do 80, 78 for Thursday, 74 Friday. Then a front comes through and we're back to reality again, right? 69 for Saturday, and then hanging out in the mid 60s or so through the better portions of next week. Okay, outside right now, here we are in Plover. Notice how the air has gone calm. There's not even a ripple on the pond right now. High pressure is right overhead. High pressure is sinking air. You can't get bad weather out of that. And we have a gorgeous night ahead, a beautiful day tomorrow. It may even be a bit warm for a couple of you tomorrow afternoon. Looking outside now, again, this thing is on. There's some clouds over here in parts of Canada. For us, though, nothing but clear skies across the state as high pressure is firmly in charge across the area. And it's that high pressure right there, right next to us currently. It's our friend, but it's going to keep all of this at bay for now. But this will eventually begin to move in our direction, likely getting here early Saturday into Sunday with a few rain showers. And again, like you saw, cooler temperatures are in store for us after the weekend. And there's a lot going on over here, by the way. So this could be the start of a pretty significant pattern change for us that brings the storm track to our south. That could get us into more active weather next week. But until then, we have nothing but great weather for tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is lots of clear skies out there. You know what that means, right? Clear skies, light wind. This time of year means some dense fog is possible after midnight. Look for low temperatures down near 41 with the calm wind already out there there right now. For tomorrow, it's Wednesday already. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. Highs near 77. But again, that could easily be an 81 or an 82 tomorrow through the afternoon with a southeast breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows this is not normal, right? We're going to pay for this at some point, but just not yet. 77 tomorrow, 78 for Thursday, Friday 74. There's that chance for rain in the forecast Saturday and Sunday with much cooler temperatures next week. Justin?
All right, thanks, Jeff. The battle over Wisconsin's political lines continues to heat up. Today, Governor Evers said it's unlikely he'd sign any law or any maps drawn by the Republican-controlled legislature that are based on the current ones, which GOP lawmakers say is their intention. The legislature is scheduled to approve guidelines for drawing the new political boundary lines that require making the new maps adhere as closely as possible to ones drawn a decade ago. Now, those Republican-drawn maps were enacted in 2011. Many Democrats believe they give Republicans a disproportionate amount of seats relative to their statewide vote totals. The legislature is preparing to vote on new maps this year as part of that once-in-a-decade job of redistricting following a census. It's a busy week in Washington with Congress dealing with the number of potential bills, including the much-talked-about infrastructure bills. They are also facing a potential government shutdown this Friday. Peter Alexander has the latest.
Overnight, a showdown in Washington, moving the country closer to economic crisis as President Biden aims to sell the measures that will define his presidency. Now, the most serious challenge, Senate Republicans blocking a bill needed to fund the government ahead of a possible shutdown Friday that could affect everything from Social Security to air travel and lead to hundreds of thousands of furloughed workers. The vote also triggering an even more serious ticking clock, Democrats scrambling to avoid the country defaulting on its debt next month. If the U.S. did default for the first time in history, economists have warned the results could be catastrophic. Republicans are trying to force Democrats to vote alone to pay for spending both parties approved.
They do control the House, they do control the Senate, and they control the presidency. They can do this easily on their own.
Democrats are furious.
It's one of the most reckless, one of the most irresponsible votes I have seen taken place in the Senate.
But the president's biggest challenge may be his own party, with Democrats still sharply divided over his signature priorities, including a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill, and what for now is a $3.5 trillion plan to strengthen climate programs and to reshape the social safety net from healthcare to education. The consequences if those bills don't pass, it could cost Democrats control of Congress in next year's midterms.
It's Peter Alexander reporting. Tonight, investigators continue to comb through the debris of a deadly train derailment in Montana. They're trying to determine what caused that. We're also learning more about the victims of that crash. We'll have details after the break.
What if, before you did a shower or bath project, you had a chance to ask an installer any question? Well, we have the questions here today, and we're joined by Corey Gottlieb, a certified installer with Jacuzzi, and he's also my son. Corey, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Dad.
Brady wants to know, what does it feel like to transform a customer's home?
Well, I really love what I do, and it really means a lot to see make the big difference in their lives. It's safer. It's really special.
Yeah, you show up at a lot of homes where people really need a bathroom model. Sometimes it's for beauty, but other times it's for safety. They have a tub that's hard to step over, and knowing that they can now take a shower safely is a big deal.
It's very important.
Samantha is asking, how long does an installation really take?
It can vary, but 99% of the time, by dinner, your shower is ready to go.
So you show up about what time in the morning?
About 7:30.
And by dinner time, they have
a brand new shower
that they love too. So Frank is asking, Frank says, I'm 6'3" and my shower head is way too low in my shower. I bet you see that a few times, don't you?
All the time. They say back in the day that people were shorter, and it's one of my biggest pet peeves is having to duck your head. I always like to raise that shower for wherever their height is.
So you can make that totally adjustable to fit the person?
Anywhere they like.
So as a follow-up to Frank's question, it's not just a shower head that can be raised. You have a lot of other options that you can give people, don't you?
That's right. An adjustable handheld or a wider range shower head.
So if people just want to sit underneath a beautiful rain shower head and have a relaxing shower, they can get that.
Body sprays, we offer it all.
Yeah, so, or I love the adjustable handhelds because people can then really put the shower height that they want and really have whether they want something that's invigorating in the morning or something super relaxing at night, it's adjustable and it's beautiful, isn't it?
That's right.
Thanks for joining us, Corey. Jacuzzi has some really exciting offers. Take a look.
Fall in love with your new bathroom. Call now to receive 50% off installation plus a free luxurious functional grab shelf. Call 1-800-Tunderland or visit Tunderland.com today.
Tonight, federal investigators continue to comb through the debris field of a train derailment in Montana, trying to determine a cause. We're also learning more about the 3 passengers whose lives were lost in that crash. Miguel Almagar has the latest.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I'm on an Amtrak train in Montana that just crashed.
Working to piece together this chaotic scene in rural Montana.
Oh my God.
The NTSB now says multiple mounted cameras captured the moments before and after the deadly accident.
We have experts that are studying the camera footage frame by frame to make sure that we see exactly what the engineer saw or maybe didn't see.
With the cause still unknown, investigators say the Amtrak passenger train was traveling just under the 79-mile-per-hour speed limit along a gradual curve. While weather was likely not a factor, the condition of the tracks, which are inspected twice a week by BNSF, may be a critical component.
How important are the rail conditions in the investigation?
Well, I think the rail conditions are obviously important in any train accident, and so it's one of those things that we will be looking at.
Oh my God, it's on its side.
With nearly 160 people aboard, the train was traveling west with 2 locomotives and 10 cars. 5 suddenly derailed, 3 plowing off the tracks entirely. Trevor Fossen was driving to a wedding and was the first person on scene.
I do remember seeing people coming out of the top of the train. I just ran up and started helping them help people out of the train.
The 3 passengers killed have now been identified. 28-year-old Zach Snyder was with his wife, who remarkably survived. Don and Marjorie Varnado, a married couple, were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary with a cross-country trip.
They were 2 people of faith, so they're still together.
The devastating wreck rattling the quiet town of Joplin as investigators work to make sense of the mangled metal.
When you shop Goodwill for amazing deals on back-to-school items, you make an impact. Your support keeps items out of the landfill and fuels job training and opportunities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop and donate back to school at Goodwill, Goodwill starts with you.
Keeping your family close together in your home these days are important. Let us remodel your kitchen and bath. Kitchen Bath Mart specializes in complete remodels for the past 35 years. From design to install, we'll take good care of you. Stop in or call us today at Kitchen Bath Mart. We're your #1 choice in kitchen and bath remodeling. Highway 70 East in Arborvita.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available ProPower onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
When you shop Goodwill for amazing deals on back-to-school items, you make an impact. Your support keeps items out of the landfill and fuels job training and opportunities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop and donate back to school at Goodwill, Goodwill starts with you.
All right, so many schools across the country, masks are optional. So parents and kids have this debate, this wonder how much the kids wear the mask. Should they wear masks, wear them all day? There's a 6-year-old boy, his name is Mason Peoples. You've probably seen this online now. His mom told him only take his mask off when he's eating.
Oh, I have seen this, yes, okay.
But he had a yearbook photo that day, and he took a yearbook photo
There it is.
with the mask on. Mom told me to only take off when I'm eating. So the mothers did a GoFundMe here, trying to raise a few bucks to buy him a treat for following the rules so closely. It's raised $24,000. So people are appreciating Mason. They said they're going to put that towards a college fund for him.
What a great story that is. But he was just following his mom's
You can still
direction?
tell he's smiling, even behind the mask.
Yeah, that picture's going to stick, though. For like 20 years from now, they'll be like, oh, yeah, that happened.
His high school yearbook, they'll be using that picture.
All right, so for us, this weather is also sticking because this, normally this time of year, where that weird noise you hear is your furnace kicking on. This year, it's your air conditioner turning on probably tomorrow and Thursday as well.
Was it mid-October last year?
This is just not what we're supposed to be doing, but here we go. Let's look outside now. We're talking about 70-degree temperatures, and yeah, they're not going to go anywhere quickly, as we'll have highs tomorrow back in the 70s. And just look at this again. This map is just off the charts like craziness.
95 in
95. Like, 85 is a thing, right? You'll be like, wow, that's hot. It's 95 in Bismarck, North Dakota right now.
The tropical paradise of the Bismarck.
So the tropical paradise of Bismarck. And here we go. No 90s for you, but again, tomorrow we could make a run for 80. Same story for us on Thursday. I went just below that, but overall it's Friday 74. There's that chance for rain on Saturday and Sunday, then cooler temperatures, but not cold next week.
No, I will take this over 90s, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
This is comfortable.
Agreed.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for joining us in News Watch 12 at 5. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 with more.